Jason Lay. I farm in McLean County, right around Bloomington Normal, on the west side of McLean County.
So you've been part of the Soil Health Partnership. Why did you join?
For a number of reasons. So I've always been a part of the industry, and I like to try to stay ahead of the herd of buffalo, I guess, per se. And, this is a very important subject, at least, within ag and outside of ag and how we're perceived. So I didn't really know who else to turn to, and actually they approached me, and once they started to talk a lot about the program, I'm like, that's right in line with what I'm looking for. So ultimately, can we truly move the needle, and is it cost effective? Can we make this more mainstream? I mean, I know, within my operation, I know what changes I have to make, but in order for us to really make a big impact across the Corn Belt, how do we go about doing that? So hopefully some of the metrics that we're observing through the course of the program, we'll be able to tell which ones will work better, which ones will give you a better return quicker.
What practices are you using?
So we've been strip tilling corn, no tilling beans, and we use cover crops, waterways, terraces, all kinds of different things.
What about the future generations that will be on that land? What do you think from that standpoint of the reasons you're doing this?
So, yeah, that's a very good point. Obviously, I only intend on doing this career for so many years, and then it's got to be left in, I would say, hopefully better condition than when I took it over. So in order to do so, we're going to have to start to implement more practices and truly understand, how do we make a soil better, per se. I mean, conservation's constantly going to be in the forefront of what we do, especially under the microscope that we've been under here the last few years. And we're in a watershed area, it's a smaller one, the Lake Bloomington watershed, but water quality and nitrate management, all those things come, you have to stay ahead of it. And in order to stay ahead of those things, you have to continue to learn at a faster pace than your opposition or those that are potentially maybe going to force you to do something that you don't really feel comfortable doing. So I guess part of the reason why I'm trying to learn myself before somebody mandates or tells me, well, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do that. Well, I've learned throughout my work that these lists of practices actually work better.